And really quickly, I wanted to update you on some research I've been doing on the installation of private airfields. So I was looking into it quite a bit, talked with a gentleman at the state DOT, and he informed me that there are notification requirements through the FAA. Basically, a form needs to be submitted, and the FAA can come to inspect if they want. They can also opt not to. If they do, there's a period of time where they have time to review everything and issue limitations on it if feel necessary. And then the second step to that is through the state DOT. This is through Florida Administrative Code. They will also need to issue an approval order. So there's two different steps. One with the feds, one with the state as far as noticing this. And then the last thing is there was some updates made to, I think it's chapter 163. Basically, the legislature updated this law saying that localities, counties, municipalities need to be in concert with, so local zoning applying to airfields and airstrips needs to be in concert with this state law, and that's by July 1st. So luckily there's a contact at the state DOT that basically her job is to help counties get up to par with that. So I'll be working with her to do that over the next few months. But it's
bring something back to us to approve.
Exactly.
That's by ordinance.
Pardon?
Be by ordinance.
Yeah. So
Help me with that one now. Who'd you contact with DOT?
I believe his name was Dave Roberts. I'll have to verify that for you, but he, as far as I know, he kind of heads up.
Right now on our current planning zone, there's limits. You just can't put an airstrip in, correct?
Right now, at a county level, I believe it's an Indian land use district. That can go through a special exception, which, there's different requirements for the RC requirements for adjacent landowners, public hearings.
And who enforces that? Would that be a code enforcement?
Yeah, law enforcement.
Law enforcement?
If we had a zoning inspector, it would be a zoning.
But at this time, our code enforcement department would probably take that over, wouldn't it?
No, it's a violation of the law. I mean, you would notify the public.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I need to know. I need to know from my attorney. I want to see. I want to be sure we're handling it correctly, because undoubtedly we have an instance that's going to happen.
We've got an issue right now.
Yeah. So we're trying to.
I'll report back to you. I haven't seen the LDC that we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't either. You don't necessarily have to report back to me, but just make sure Mr. Hamilton understands how to proceed forward with it. Who needs to do the ixnay?
Ixnay.
Yeah.
Jeff, are you familiar with the legislative requirement for us having these local businesses? And we got to have them by July.
This whole thing is somewhat novice to me about the airstrip, so I will be the first to say this is out of my usual realm.
And DOT regulated airstrips and FFA.
That's what I've always heard.
FAA.
But then it's a certain size planes under different rules.
There are exemptions.
But they were formal airstrips. They were recognized. They were mapped. In other words, what I'm trying to get at is those airstrips, we knew where they were at. Everybody knew where they're at. They were routinely inspected and different things like that.
Right.
Where what I'm trying to figure out is if you have ultralight, say the kind, whatever kind, and you fly in there and land on my property, and then you take off. Have you violated anything?
Yes.
What?
I mean,
That is
anything?
the Florida Administrative
The Florida
Code
Administrative
14-60, and it's a
14-60.
second-degree misdemeanor.
For land in an ultralight on
Yes.
private property.
Anything that goes
So
up
they
there,
have to-
Anything
hot air balloons, all.
that requires airspace, you have to go through DOT in your county.
I remember when they was building that airport, I wasn't on the board in Greenhead. You remember that development? I think Stan Porter and some of his partners developed that airport, and it's still there. I remember that was a big part of planning, and it was very time consuming. I think it was before any of us. It was.
I just didn't, I knew that about a formal airstrip, but I didn't know about the land in ultralight, say like the land in Shell Island.
Or even a helicopter.
That right
So
there,
they're violating the law when
They
they
are.
land those out of Shell Island.
Well, I know
Are
for
they
a
still
fact.
doing that? I thought they quit that.
Last time I was out there, but that's been a while back.
They used to do it, now they had a problem, I think they addressed it, but.
Undoubtedly, we have ordinances in place, and if Mr. Goodman could just go on the regulation and the implementation of them.
Well,
Because I was curious when I heard about this, I went online and looked at some different stuff, but I didn't,
we're gonna be in compliance by July the 1st.
Well, I think we got something to take ourselves right now, and that's what I was concerned about. Because,
Oh, yeah, they can,
yeah,
they
we
can
just
come
need
out.
to, we just need to enforce it. And if we get that, we'll be in good shape.
All right, thank you.
All right.